Hello and welcome or welcome back. I'm David Gagnon, and tonight here on the Rolling Nomads channel, we're continuing our D&D stream, Colder Than a Twitch's Wit. We're up to episode 9 now, and while I don't have any channel-related announcements to push, today is an interesting milestone for myself here. With us going into episode 9, it's our 9th session, which makes it the longest-running D&D campaign that I've ever had. So kind of only made it up to 8 before, and then scheduling was just the one BBEG that we couldn't get past.
You're stuck with us now, David.
Oh, good.
You're
good.
ours.
I wouldn't have it any other way. So yeah, with that, that's just the milestone right now, and it's just going to keep going up from here. So let's meet the players and get this going.
Good day, I am RA-THERIS. I am investigating our enemy. I will kill them on sight if necessary. I have not been ordered not to.
Everything is connected. All we have to do is find the underlying threads, eliminate the causal factors, and everything else will tend to run its course. Okay, that's
I know that we
my
are
bit.
young, and I know that you may love me, but I just can't be with you like this anymore. Alejandro. Hi. I committed to the bit. It's Lady Gaga. David, save me, please.
I was wondering why you chose to wear that inside, because
It's so
I
hot.
imagine- yeah.
Oh, bro.
We haven't even started the game yet, and you're already you're already kicking your own ass.
Oh my god. We went from like pseudo serious to meme worthy overnight.
Overnight. Shit, we got that shit on Overnight Express, baby.
We got that Amazon Prime time.
Oh, man.
Except you're allowed to take bathroom breaks. Moving on.
Oh fuck.
Too soon. No. It's
Not soon enough.
Not soon enough. Somebody has to say it. Yeah. So yeah, before we get into things too much further, I think a recap is in order. ZERRIS, you look a lot more comfortable now.
Dude, it's so warm. Everyone gives me shit. Either like, there's been like comments made like random in some chats for like, does Ramos ever change his shirt? Yes, I have 6 shirts of the same style and same color because I'm fucking boring, dude. I hate sleeves. This is the general look. All right, this is my homeless aesthetic. I am chic. I am. This is comfort.
See, it's funny because I literally wear the same shirt every session. I've never done anything.
I've been cycling through like the same 4 to 6 shirts.
Yeah, people just be talking shit. All right, yes, it's the same color. It's the exact yes. I
Stay
like
mad.
comfort. I don't do fashion anymore. Okay, I got tired of it. I'm trying no more. Anyway, we
They can stay mad. What do you got for a recap?
Not much, man. I didn't.
Do you require my knowledge?
No, I got this.
I will be here to assist you, ZERRIS, when you require it.
Cool. We were doing an investigation. We met up with STIRIA and Niam. As we picked up last game, we were staying the night in the shitty hovel house thing that I own. And we did that, and nothing crazy happened. It was a quiet night. So then we all split
That's
up.
cool.
And there was I forgot what we were gonna go do. But it was quickly interrupted. Niam ended up staying with the kids to make sure that they were gonna be safe. And I forgot the fuck what we were gonna go do, but it doesn't matter. We were interrupted by a murder. Another one. The
Double homicide this time.
Yeah, double homicide this time. The guard captain and several guards were out sort of cordoning off the area. We offered our services to disperse the crowd. We dispersed the crowd. Doesn't matter how. But people left. And
It does matter. We did it through the most efficient method.
We
Fear.
spooked him. Yep.
Fear.
Styria, being the more professional of the three, basically was solving this murder on her own. Was doing great. Was looking at the bodies, investigating the area, gathering up information about the two individuals that had passed. Again, I didn't write anything down last session. I think I don't know what happened, but yeah, we are gathering up leads and such. RA-THERIS take it because my dog's gonna lose her shit.
Okay. Some mild investigation was done. I created a map of the city out of snow for a bit there, so I could begin tracking things. While these two decided to go do human things and speak to other humanoids, weirdos, and specifically about the two individuals who had been killed. One being someone who worked at the local bathhouse as an employee. Yes. And the other being a guard who we had recently talked to and had likely seen and had possibly seen something of the last murder. So their intention was to learn what those two were doing at that place rather than at the bathhouse. And also just interrogate them in general in case they heard anything. We left at me running around the city looking for any possible sighting, hair, or claw mark of the creature, and them beginning their interrogation of those poor ladies of the night.
Is this a bathhouse?
Yes.
Yes.
Does it double as anything else, David?
It has both genders.
Oh. Yeah, exactly. You can shower you can bathe in the part with people who have.
Because I'll be honest, whenever this thing
bits.
first got brought up, however many episodes ago, I didn't fucking catch that, so I was very caught off guard last session.
No, it has things for they're small towns, so and it's still a little bit bigoted, so they got the two places they segregate the people with the two different bits. And, upstairs is the other place. And this is where STIRIA spends most of her time.
Upstairs, there are plenty of rooms.
I do remember that was confusing for ZERRIS. All right.
Yes,
Yeah.
and
thank you, RA-THERIS, for the aid on this recap.
Bathing is not the only service provided at this establishment.
That's not clean.
They also do massages.
Exactly. And apparently take donations to charity.
They take a lot of donations to charity.
Yes. Now, with where we had left off, RA-THERIS, you were still pretty early in your investigation, so we're gonna loop back to the results from that in a little bit after enough time passed.
Understood. Ceasing talking.
I wasn't telling you that. Okay, yeah. So with that, that takes us to ZERRIS and STIRIA. ZERRIS, you had just dropped your zone of truth, if I recall correctly. And already took the results of that as far as who did and did not pass their saving throw. Excuse me. But just for anybody who would be wondering there, we've got two of the ladies here that did not pass, that being Emma and Tiffany, and then Phoenix, Trixie, Longquan, and even Captain Doskin all failed their saving throw. STIRIA as well, actually, I'm seeing here now. So, yeah.
Excellent. So, I'm sorry, the names again. Who did I get? I'm sorry. Of the employees, it was Emma and Tiffany, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Everyone else.
Yeah, which they should have their names under their tokens.
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
Okay, cool. Just making sure, because sometimes I'll have it set up and then you guys can't see it, and I gotta go in and press buttons.
Yeah.
But if we're good there, then we're good.
Okay.
Styria,
All right.
this is the. I'll whisper over to Styria. Better yet, I'll cast message.
Nice.
to make this a little more clear. Of these individuals, only Emma and Tiffany will be under the effects of this spell. The others resisted and succeeded in their resistance.
Tracking. I'm gonna go ahead and direct Emma and Trixie to Captain Doskin, and then I'll take Tiffany and Phoenix and speak to them.
Okay. We'll go ahead and move those two over here. And those two back there.
Yep.
Even though on the map, Phoenix is still she's still within the radius.
Yeah.
There. So it's just the effects of working on a square.
Yep. And then I'm gonna see what I can do about trying to make sure Phoenix and Tiffany have some space.
Oh, okay. So
Because
more
what I don't,
more like that.
that could work. That could work.
Okay.
So long as they're not feeling crowded out, right?
Oh, I got you. Yeah, we'll kind of.
It's one of those. I don't suspect them of anything, so I want them to make sure that they feel,
Right.
for lack of a better term, safe.
Of course. So with that, what did you have? If I remember correctly, we went over some of the potential questions because you and Captain Doskin would most likely be trying to synchronize your efforts here, if I remember.
Yep.
Our conversation.
I
correctly.
would first ask for them to start from the top and to take us through what they could remember from now back to whatever time this incident occurred, right?
Gotcha.
Out of
Gotcha.
character, I don't know that exactly, but in character, I'm sure that should be simple enough to factor in. Right?
Right. And then as far as tracking the timelines, I believe I had said that the body was found about an hour ago. Might have been 2 by now. But yeah, so within the past couple of hours, this whole thing went down. So if you could just run it by me one more time, what was your question specifically, so that way
I'm opening up with, real quick, can you give us a breakdown starting from the top of what all has happened from insert time here to now?
Gotcha. Okay. So and between the two of them, they're going to kind of bounce off of each other. This is more just casual conversation for them at this point. They're not since you're asking more of a general question for both of them.
Yep.
They'll give you the rundown
Yep.
for their time for the past couple of hours. Pretty
Okay.
mundane for the most part. They did say that the other girl did end up they saw her, getting her bags and leaving, but they didn't see with anyone at the time. They just thought maybe she was leaving early or maybe just meeting up with somebody, but they didn't really look too much into it beyond that.
Look too much into it beyond that. I'm looking at Tiffany specifically because she's going to be under the effects of the spell.
Right.
I'm not going to be able to know that, but by bouncing off of her and then stealing glances to ZERRIS as he's taking notes, I'll be able to see what we get.
Okay. And ZERRIS, I'm guessing you're going to take a similar approach with the message spell to kind of relay that information. Like, that's a fucking liar. Unless you were doing something different, then by all means, don't want to assume what you're doing here. But that was just what I was tracking.
That sound good to you, Ramos?
Yes, I'm preparing a
okay, cool.
notepad.
It does.
Gotcha.
He was probably messing with some Twitch stuff.
No, he's preparing notepad. Good to go.
Okay, bet. Real quick, out of character, would I be able to maybe make a persuasion check just to make sure that my disposition towards these two ladies is favorable?
I don't see why not. Sure.
Right. just in general trying to be as warm and receptive and welcoming as I can so that they feel comfortable speaking to me.
Of course.
Right?
Yeah, I can see.
I mean, 21.
Yeah, yeah. I would say you're pretty well received. They definitely don't feel threatened by you. It's not like the situation before where the kids were like, "Oh no, it's the feds," you know. No, they're
They've
yeah,
seen me before. They know me. They trust me. They kind of like me.
yeah. They've seen you here before. And while you haven't seen all of these girls before, you've seen a couple of them in passing.
Okay.
So that they're a familiar face is kind of nice.
Yep. Helps ground some things. They said they didn't notice the guard here before. Right?
No, they didn't say that. They said that when she left, she had left by herself.
Okay.
So they didn't see the guard inside the building at the time.
Okay. Then I'll focus on the girl first until it's time for me to bounce off of the captain and ask if the girl mentioned anything prior to leaving. Anything that stuck out as outside of her norm.
Outside of her norm. They kind of think about it for a second, and Tiffany's going to be the one to tell you that usually every 2 to 3 weeks, sometimes she would do this, where she would leave the bathhouse and go meet up with somebody outside of it. But
Every couple
outside,
weeks. Okay.
yeah, outside of that, they wouldn't really. They don't like to make a habit of doing that because naturally the bathhouse is a safer place.
Naturally, of course. And this habit extended how far back? It happens once every 2 to 3 weeks, and this has been a recurring pattern for how long?
Well, she's only been working here for about 3 months, but pretty much that whole time. Like maybe,
Okay.
yeah, yeah, about every 2 or 3 weeks.
Forgive me if this seems like prying a little bit, but was there any customers that might have been like a regular of hers?
I mean, she had quite a few regulars, but yeah, no, none of
Specifically
them.
at around those intervals that she would branch out, as it were.
Yeah, I know she was seeing somebody, but I'd never met him. I didn't get his name.
Okay. At about this point, I think would be a good time to try to bounce over to see if they had seen the other individual here before, the guard.
Okay. Uh, excuse me. And given the situation, Captain Doskin has a sketch of the guard
Okay.
that he can pass around so that the girls can see it. Let me see. So I would say two of them
Kind of
don't.
lead into this other person. Would they happen to maybe look like this?
Mm, I mean, I never met him, so I'm not sure, but I've seen him in here one, hmm, maybe twice.
Okay.
He doesn't come by very often. Just a lot of people just come for the bath. Um, so he
From what little you have seen of him, were you able to pick out any patterns or behavior that seemed normal?
wait, that did seem normal?
Well,
What do you mean?
were they able to pick up on some type of like behavioral pattern of the guy based on how many times that they've seen him?
Oh, we knew right away he was one of the guards. They all carry themselves a certain way. He sat in the corner of the bath. He was watching the door. it was, a little cold, little abrasive at first, and that his type tend to be that way.
Okay. Um,
Well,
did anything
most of the time.
seem off?
No, no. I think last time he was in here earlier this week just for a bath, though. But yeah, came in, got cleaned up, and left.
Who's this answer?
Do you remember him? Who
Sorry.
is answering?
Oh, sorry. That was Tiffany answering.
Okay. And it's been truthful the entire time?
So far nothing is pinged for you, ZERRIS.
Okay. Do you remember him saying anything in particular before leaving? Nothing out of the ordinary. He paid for his bath, made some small talk about the weather, and then he was on his way. Okay. Did anything stick out in any way? Like any particular phrasing or verbiage that he used?
Not particularly, no.
Okay.
Seemed like really just like a cop taking a bath.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that one in particular get our other services, but maybe on an off shift when I wasn't here, but I haven't seen it.
Have you at all seen him and the other young lady together before? Even in a non-professional capacity?
Outside of here, no. She was here. Um, she flirted with him. She flirted with everyone, really. It comes with the job. Um, he seemed receptive to it, but he ended up paying for his bath and leaving every time I've seen
Okay.
it in here.
Okay.
So
Was that still Tiffany answering?
that one was Phoenix answering.
Okay. Gonna look to Tiffany to see if she can corroborate. Right. So, correct me if I'm wrong. The phrase that was sticking out to me was outside of here, no, to that last question.
So in her outings out leaving the bathhouse, she hadn't seen those two individuals together.
Okay. Now, forgive me, but there's one thing that seems to bother me a little bit. You guys feel safe here, correct?
Oh, yes, the recent events have been a little unnerving, but yeah,
As they are
overall,
to everybody in the town. That's totally understandable.
right. But
So,
as far as
what I
like,
want to ask is I couldn't help but notice that there's quite a few available rooms here.
oh yes,
Um,
uh,
if it's safe here and you have bedding here, what kind of reason would inspire someone to expand their horizons a bit?
oh, you mean entertaining clients outside of these walls?
Could be one reason, of course. Or maybe they want to pick up a hobby outside of the bathhouse, or maybe they wanted to get a
And
chance to see a little bit of the town.
we are allowed to leave. Like this is nothing is keeping us here. I'm only
And this
here
is
because wizarding classes are expensive. And this just happens to be one of the better paying jobs in the town.
Who's that?
That was Tiffany.
Mrs. Tiffany. Is this a place you prefer staying at? Or do you prefer staying outside of this place?
I mean, are you talking as far as like living or for the work that I'm doing here?
Could be work, could probably not work, as you had said before, you're trying to study the arcane arts. Which to that I couldn't just help but give a side note of best of luck to you on that front. But also specifically finding somewhere to sleep or finding somewhere to rest
Oh,
aside from here.
oh, yeah, no, a lot of us that do stay here do so because it's a lot cheaper and like, yeah, Miss Longquan is really good to us. So
Okay.
there are a few of the girls who have houses here in the town.
Okay.
So I suppose it really just depends on who you're asking. I mean,
For which everyone would have their own reasons.
right.
I think at this point I would be waiting to bounce some questions off of the captain
Okay.
at this point.
Yeah. What do you got?
Well, I don't know. Where is he at in his interrogation?
Excuse me. He has similar results, but he was able to confirm from one of the girls over there. I'm sorry, I need to remember which ones failed their save and which ones didn't.
You said Emma and Tiffany, right?
Yeah, we've only got Emma
yes.
and Tiffany that are under
Correct. So
85s.
okay, one in each group. That makes it easy. Pardon me. Yeah, no, so he is able to corroborate that that guard that you guys had spoke to was here. And had it on at least one occasion hooked up with the girl in question. At least one time here in the bathhouse.
Did he happen to get whereabouts, what time that occurred?
That was about 2.5 months ago.
Okay. So right when she first started
Shortly
here, because she was only here for about 3.
Right, so shortly after.
And then didn't see him again until today.
No,
Okay.
he comes in on a regular basis to like a lot of people do for the bathhouse portion of it.
Which is fair, right?
Right, but
But I'm looking
as far as
I'm
that
looking at
side,
specifically him with the girl.
excuse me. Right.
The one who
So
was ripped alive.
right. So as far as that goes, they know that they definitely hooked up here one time. But they didn't see her go in there with him other times.
Okay. During the questioning, did he end up coming up with any additional questions?
Questions. Let me see, because you had messaged me some that you had.
I had messaged some, but I asked most of them already.
Right. Yeah, no, some seeing what you had there and then what you had already asked. It was following a very, very similar line of questioning. Really just trying to get a grasp on the situation that day. And if they had noticed anything out of the ordinary. And like essentially got the same results as you, just a little bit more. from these
Okay.
girls here specifically.
That little bit more, what was it?
The part that I told you where they hooked up.
Okay.
How long?
So they're not.
How long is this
Sorry?
process taken so far?
Let's see. I would say probably about 5 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you got a little bit because Zone of Truth is 10 minutes, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
I suppose at this point we would just be keeping up the screening questions, just basically trying to get info, right?
Right.
Until around the 10-minute mark, and then I'll see if Captain Doskin wants to tag out for the other 2 guards. And then me and Captain Doskin can bump notes.
Okay. Yeah, so that works. And then with the other 2 guards coming in,
That would be a fresh Zone of Truth, so it would.
right. And then before that though, Captain Doskin is going to send one of those guards down to go and get the other girl who was working
To get
on-
Charity.
To get Charity. So, and gonna bring her over there. So
Okay.
she will now be coming in. Boom.
Yep.
And then
You would just
coming
ask
in-
her to
yeah, she's
enter the
gonna-
circle. And
and then her saving throw. Da-da-da. Whenever this
then
decides
if
to load
we're
for me.
subbing out for the other 2 guards, I'll be taking up post on the left-hand side, while Captain Doskin takes up post on the right-hand side, because that makes the most sense.
Whenever this, yeah. My thing's freezing slightly. There we go. Boom. With that card. Yeah, we'll leave that there. And then make sure it's cool. And so Charity definitely succeeded on her saving throw as well.
Okay.
ZERRIS, take one.
up. As your
ZERRIS.
butterfly.
ZERRIS, take one for the team.
No.
I didn't hear a no.
Cuts off the girl. I must be missing something.
Yeah, so she's gonna basically just walk in and just sit right on this little warmer in the room, in the center of the room there, kind of just sit right on the edge of it, right next to you.
Is it warmer? I thought it was like a fire.
Yeah, no, it's like a little like I don't know if it's like
It's
a
a-
fire
it's
or
a-
like a
you
hot
can-
coal kind of thing.
I think of it like a fire pit with a little raised bit,
Okay.
so
Yeah.
people don't just fall into it.
Yeah, she is sitting on the ledge of that.
Okay.
And well, STIRIA and Captain Doskin are bumping their notes. And STIRIA, feel free to hop in at any time
Yep.
that you feel ready for that. But yeah, she's gonna sit there like just looking up at you.
I'm just looking to see if I caught anything Captain Doskin didn't, or if he caught anything I didn't during the remainder of the 5 minutes. Right?
Yeah, no, a lot of the same stuff. Again, some of the girls heard they were together, some hadn't heard anything about that at all. Or not that they were together, excuse me. That they that the girl was seeing somebody. One of them corroborated that they had hooked up in the past, and several of them were able to also corroborate that this girl would leave early
Yeah.
sometimes.
Did they say how early?
It would vary. Sometimes an hour, sometimes a few minutes, sometimes half the shift, but they kind of work at their own pace for the most part, as long as they have enough staffing. Um,
Okay.
then ZERRIS, she's gonna look at you like, if this place is a little too crowded, we can go do an interrogation
I
in other rooms.
I need to be here for the spell to take effect
Ooh.
and to monitor. Is anyone pinging dishonesty at all?
Not at the moment.
Okay.
Well, that sounds like a lot of work. I could show you a couple spells if you want.
I am
Fucking God.
the pantheon of deities provides me with my magical prowess. They allow me to peer into the future, the past, the truth, the lies. I'm good.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, she wants that thrusty.
Have they asked you any questions by chance?
You're the first one that's asked me anything, sweetheart.
Okay. Captain?
Yeah, so STIRIA, it looks like you and Captain Duskin are
Being summoned.
the cleric is in distress.
I might as well chip in with Captain Doskin and try to cut it off a little bit.
All right.
I'm gonna stay where I'm at though, just so I can keep an eye on the door. But I might as well try to intervene and basically ask Charity a lot of the same questions that we asked before.
Okay. Okay. There we go. Cool. So, starting where? Sorry, because I know you threw a lot of questions out there, and I want to make sure that I give you.
Let's
the
take it
best
from the
answers
top.
that I can.
What does Charity remember from insert time incident took place to now?
Well, let's see. There's about an hour of that where I was very preoccupied. But when I came out, yeah, on my way to find a towel, um, hmm, yeah, she was leaving about then, actually. Yeah, she was on her way out the door. Shouldn't say where she was going, though.
Just typing something in
Oh, by
private
all
chat
means.
real quick.
Oh, yep.
There's that. And then in regards to that, the question would be active or passive from you.
Gotcha. Sorry, can you run that by me one more time? I was trying to read the note that you had.
That's in relation to the note is, are you going to want me to make an active check or can I use my passive insight on that?
You can do either. If you feel that you want to try to dig a little deeper, then I would call that active. But if you're
Okay.
just in general, just kind of like
I'm
think of it
keeping an eye
generally.
out for if anything seems less than savory. If that makes sense. And then if something
Okay, I
in
think
my
so.
So I'm thinking it'll be passive until I ping for a lie, and then I'll double down on that with the active.
Ah, gotcha.
Right?
Okay.
So what she said, she saw the girl leaving
Yep.
about an hour prior.
No, she said she was preoccupied for an hour prior to
Okay.
that. And it was upon completion of that, um, that she saw the girl leaving.
Okay. Did she
Oh.
see her leave with anybody?
No, she left by herself, but
Is
probably
she
ran off to go see her boyfriend.
see none of the other ladies talked about a boyfriend. And
Mhm.
there wasn't a ping from Tiffany or Emma during that time, so I'm gonna go ahead and ask, who specifically would this boyfriend be?
Mm, what was his name?
And then I'll
I made so
let
many people here.
Captain Doskin piggyback with like the picture and whatnot.
Yeah. She's gonna taking a picture. Oh yeah, that was him. Every couple of weeks, she left early to go hook up with him.
Looking to Captain Doskin on that one because if I remember correctly, he said they've only met twice.
I'm sorry, one more time as far as who met who twice.
The girl met the guard twice, from what I understand.
Mm.
Once when she first got there, and then once today.
No,
She met
so
other clients in between then,
right.
but
No,
the
so
guard she only met with twice.
no, so that was she only met with them in the bathhouse twice.
Okay.
So if she's leaving early, then that doesn't necessarily mean that they weren't doing
Doesn't
things
necessarily rule it out.
inside
No.
of-
Shit.
Correct. Just inside the bathhouse.
My blonde ass not listening.
Oh, you're
Gotta
fine.
love it.
This place is kind of public though, so
Which is fair. So if the guard was her boyfriend, what could you tell me about his general behavior?
general behavior. I was kind of a stick in the mud, really.
Okay.
I really don't know what you saw in him, but maybe it was the uniform.
With again, out of character, if anything's sticking out, inconsistent, dodgy, sussy in any way.
I gotcha. Yeah. At any time that you feel
Yep.
the need to kind of like dig in a little bit more, feel free to make the check at your leisure.
Yep.
So,
Okay.
ZERRIS, she is going to lean over to you and inform you that that she has plenty of uniforms in her room. If what she's wearing currently doesn't tickle your fancy.
I'm just gonna answer that one with a little bit of pixie snark with the whole please, he can get more than his fair share of uniforms elsewhere.
Oh, I'm sure he can. I am sure he can.
I'm gonna message
I just love
Styria.
the mental image of you thinking that STIRIA is just more and more deeper into this hole of depravity.
I'm gonna cast message to Styria. You're not helping.
Okay. With that, I'm going to go ahead and bounce back towards the line of questioning that was there before, specifically in your note where it says why they chose to leave when there were beds here.
Mm. Well, a lot of people come here, and people like to talk. So if somebody doesn't see you here doing, leaning over to ZERRIS, things, then can they really say that you were here? I mean,
Okay.
I can't say that I haven't met up with a client or two outside here. Of
I'm
here.
recasting Zone of Truth.
This time she fails.
Good.
Oh, shit.
I'm gonna point
I-
out if everything she says is true, that will make it worse for you.
I'm sitting here stressing about only having the 2. So, like, I figure it's close to the time anyway. I think that's enough to, like, make me just like, oh, look, magic words.
Yeah.
I guess.
Professor,
I guess press for a little bit.
Okay.
See if anything else pings.
Does everyone else, what is everyone else's, does anyone else resist?
No.
Just
I would be just outside the zone, so I would be
Yeah, I'm
ineligible
not-
to make the save.
Not too worried
Right.
about STIRIA. But
um
I'm gonna have
as
you
far
make
as
all of those saves, David. Sorry, buddy.
no, yeah, you are fine. I'm gonna go ahead and
Hashtag macros.
oh, I love having macros. I just gotta. It doesn't for whatever reason on my browser, it doesn't like it when full of these sheets open. So I usually open them for what I need and then close them.
All right, so we got
2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Starting
7,
with
8,
long-
9.
Long con
4,
fails.
5, 6. It could be easier just to roll the 10d20 flat and then apply the bonuses after the fact.
Yeah, you're right. I think they have. Yeah. I'll do that.
so far I got Long Con and Charity.
I was surprised you got charity with that one, actually.
Good. Stresses me out.
Peeps much.
Oh. I didn't put the space, so it didn't calculate to roll that. Son of a bitch. What am I doing wrong here? Oh, I'm supposed to put it. Yeah. I'm supposed to put it behind the thing. I usually just have a button for this. Whoopsie. Let's try that again.
silly goose.
Boom. Oh, actually, there was one more. But yeah, so far, let's see. There we go. Yeah, all 4 of the other girls fail. So you have all of them.
Good.
All 6 of them, arguably, because Long Quan being the owner here. You've got all of them under your zone of truth right now.
Excellent.
Oh, I suppose press. See if anything pops up.
So let's see. What was the last question you had? Because I remember uniforms came up.
Yep.
I
I think at this point we might as well just triple down and ask each of the questions that we asked before, but to the different ladies that failed.
Oh, sure. I mean, well, they all failed now.
Well, obviously, right? But with Tiffany
Right.
and Emma being ruled out, we can focus on the others.
Right.
One-on-one that shit.
You can. Because let me see. Yeah, you only managed to hit some of them before. No, the other guards are talking to them now. But yeah. So however you want to do this. So if you want to press
With
charity,
the current turn of events, I think I would want to talk to Long Quan, ask the same questions that I asked the others, right?
Okay.
But get her perspective, and then have Captain Doskin and the other guards focus on the other ladies. I don't care as much about Emma. Emma's already been screened.
Right.
I don't care as much about Tiffany. She's already been screened.
Right.
So it's Long Quan, Charity, Trixie, and Phoenix that we're focusing on. There's me, Captain Doskin, and 2 guards. We all know the questions that we want to ask.
Cool.
I think that's a pretty streamlined result, don't you think?
I think so.
Okay.
So with that, you said you're going to handle long.
Yep.
Captain
And then,
Dawson.
of course, standard procedure, give her some space, make sure she's comfortable, make sure I'm not too into her grill.
Oh,
Honey
cool.
as opposed to vinegar.
Right. And she's going to come up to you. How much longer is this going to take?
Well, it shouldn't take too much longer. I think about 9 or so minutes. Once we're done here, we'll be able to.
Open back up. This is how we make the money. This is how we feed, how we take care of the things here. The girls need to get back to work.
Ma'am, there's been a murder.
Yes, that I understand that.
And I also understand how important it is for the ladies to be able to complete their profession.
You seem very.
However, it is also
irresponsible.
our responsibility to make sure they're safe.
I'm sorry. I am just a little agitated. One of my girls is gone.
And that is entirely understandable. That's why we want to make sure no one else ends up gone.
No paying from Long Quan?
Nothing yet.
Yep. After that little excursion, yeah, just the same questions that I asked before, I'm asking her.
She's going to give you a very, very similar, as far as like timeline sequence of events, and saying that she does leave sometimes. And then she's going to say that she doesn't usually let them do that. Like just let any of the girls do that. You will get a ping for that one. Now you appear to be muted. Or you were talking to the dog.
She's not honoring our agreement. Which ping again? I'm sorry.
As far as it
Doesn't
being
normally let a girl leave
like
the
that.
premises during her work.
Yeah, like that being, she more or less said that wasn't a normal business practice.
Copy. I will message STIRIA that is a lie.
Syria, is that something that you want to press on, or are you going to continue to the next question?
I would ask her to specify.
It's not something we advertise to customers. It's not safe for the girls. But
But if a girl were to do that of her own volition, what would be your response to that?
officially we don't do that. But some of the girls, like Charity, look at her. She does what she wants. If she wants to go to go and do things somewhere else, that she goes and does things somewhere else. I would say
Is that the same for all of the girls?
not all of the girls are as comfortable with that. Some like to stay here where it is safe. There are a lot of
So
all sorts come through here looking for companionship, and not all.
So
of
what
them
I'm gathering from this is that it's less a hard rule and more of a guideline. Now, the reason why I say that is because the girl that went missing did that exact thing once every 2 to 3 weeks.
Yes, if sometimes there are some regulars, they don't like to be seen here for that side of the house. Could be for political reasons or things of that nature, but I can't really divulge clientele information like that.
Okay. Do you... Okay. So about the guard, do you recognize him?
Go ahead. And she'll
Give the name, give the face.
yes, he comes in here. Mostly for a bath.
Okay. And his overall demeanor during the time that you knew him?
Not unusual.
Okay. Out of character, I'm not quite sure how to phrase it, but the next thing I would want to try to do is ask Longquan if the girl and the guard were clients without asking if the girl and the guard were clients.
Okay.
And then leading into what kind of duration of the stay, things of that nature, right? I don't know how to phrase it, though. You know what I mean?
Okay. I think I get the gist of what you're asking, though. As far as exactly how to word that, I'm not quite sure myself, but I'm going to try to answer that the best I can.
Yeah. The voice acting.
Every 2-3 weeks, she would go and see him. She'd leave early. He's fine, you know. She had done that a few times before. She was safe, or at least I thought she was.
Okay.
So it kind of became a regular thing.
Which would explain why you would let her
And
break work policy.
I mean, who else? If you can't be safe with the guards of the city, who can you be safe with?
Out of character, I would normally be cheeky, but I'm going to hold that off.
Oh yeah, I mean this is big occurrences like this don't typically happen. As far as like the murder goes, so there's not a huge level of distrust in the town guard right now.
Yeah. Okay,
Not
so
a reason for that here. So
don't know what else to ask. That's the problem. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, I want to try to get more info, but I don't know what else to ask.
I'll message Styria. Did the woman who worked here have any enemies? A jealous client, perhaps? Someone who was hanging around?
Could try to relay that, see what pops up. Gagnon?
No. Anytime somebody gets an attitude with any of my girls, I do not put up with disrespect in this establishment.
In this establishment, what about outside? Did the girl seem under duress at all prior to the incident?
No, tonight was, I mean, if anything, a slow night given the recent happenings. But
What
business
about
is
in the
slow,
past
but
couple of weeks? Did anything start putting some undue stress on the missus? Any behavior that seemed out of the ordinary?
No, the last time there was any sort of altercation 3 weeks ago, and then they tried to get a little too handsy. The girl, no, he didn't want to listen, so Sparkles took care of him and tased him, and then he fell into the water and was drowned. I'm just glad he didn't shit himself in the bath. That we'd have to shut down for the rest of the day if that happened.
What? Holy shit, that went there.
And actually, Styria, since you've been here a bit before, you would know who Sparkles is. He's more or less an auto-gnome who kind of just goes through, makes sure everything's good, cleans up a little here and there. He's kind of the janitor, kind of the bouncer, a little bit
and
of
he's got a
everything.
built-in taser hand. Oh my god.
Built-in taser hand. Somebody starts getting a little too handsy, they get the
Oh my god. Okay. That individual, what was his name? The one who got too handsy before he caught some hands.
I didn't get his name. He was just some drunkard. Every once in a while, we get one or two. They get tased. They get escorted off the
Then,
property.
okay, who was manning the ledger at that particular time?
That day?
Sure. Yes, exactly. I would ask that because out of character, I feel like I would have had to have my name on the ledger for the bathhouse.
Oh yeah,
Right?
yeah. There is indeed a ledger for everybody who comes in and takes that undergoes those kind of services. It really helps for the instances such as
Yep.
this, for calling the guards on somebody. Let's see. Just manning that. I believe it was Charity working the counter that day.
And at about what time did this take place? With that question, I'm going to be kind of giving that eye to Captain Doskin that's subtly telling him, ask Charity about what happened at the time coming up.
Okay. Do you have a way to relay that to him?
I don't have a message cantrip.
Mm.
That's why I'm saying I'm giving him kind of like the eye.
Oh, kind of like a, hey, pay attention and ask
It's
this.
asking a leading question. I'm asking the question, and then I'm immediately side-eyeing Captain Doskin to get his attention.
If I can pick up on that, I'll relay that to Captain Doskin.
Okay, bet.
Well, like I'll fully message STIRIA.
Okay, because she can reply.
Yeah, what are you trying to ask the captain? Then she can.
I'm trying to get the and I would respond. I'm trying to get the captain to pick up on what I'm asking, so he can ask similar questions to Charity.
Yeah.
I'll pass
right?
that along.
Cool.
That way he can ask what happened at X time on X day with this individual.
Yeah. Oh, that. Yeah. Fucking Harold. He had a few too many drinks. He tried to grab Trixie's ass. Trixie told him to fuck off because Harold doesn't like to pay. So if you don't get, this is pay to play here. Like, as much fun as it may be, I got a job to do. So he didn't want to take no for an answer. We called Sparkles over, gave him a little zap zap. He fell over, and then we escorted him out.
Note in the Discord.
Yeah. Where's his last name? I will throw that in there. Random last name. We're gonna go ahead and say Fisher. Harold Fisher.
Okay.
The butcher.
I'm gonna look at.
I love that.
Okay, damn.
No, that makes perfect sense. He hails
bro.
from the fishing village we came into, where everybody's last name is Fisher. He moved back here.
Was sick of fish, decided to become a butcher. You know what? That's canon now. The town
I like
butcher.
it.
Yeah.
But then I would be looking at Captain Doskin, and then I'd be asking him, that individual, did he have any family?
Well, no kids. Did have a wife. Was her name again? Tara. That was Tara. Great lay, by the way.
If you could post that in the Discord chat, that would be great.
Absolutely.
Okay, so now we have a name. Someone who would have had enmity against the girl given the circumstances. Because the girl likely laid with the guy, or was going to lay with the guy before he got zapped off. But the wife might not have known that.
Well, the issue was more that he was getting a little handsy and didn't want to pay. So it wasn't necessarily that they had done anything together. It was more
The wife doesn't know that though. Or we can't assume that she knows that.
correct. I mean, this is the only bathhouse in the city, though, so
Yep.
the fact that he was here wasn't unusual. But yeah, if she found out about that, if she doesn't already know about it, I'm sure she
Mhm.
would be quite upset.
So-
Probably more at him, but you never know.
So Tara is a name we want to follow up on. Specifically, out of character, once we get done here, I'm gonna want to follow up on whether or not Tara has had any history with the Bromleys.
Okay,
See where I'm getting at.
okay. I can see where you're going with this.
Or if the Bromleys had any history with
With the Fishers.
the Fishers or with the girl or the guard, to find a thread that we can follow.
Mm.
That makes sense.
Excuse me.
You're good.
Okay. Yeah, so that was that whole situation. I believe I said that was about 3 weeks ago. Every once in a while, especially with this being a the sort of hub town that it is, a lot of people come in and out. So, sometimes you see that, every day for a week, sometimes you don't see it for a month. But Sparkles is there to keep everybody in line.
Love that name.
Added security too. So,
Yeah. Okay. With that, I'm gonna check to see if Captain Doskin's happy with what he got from this.
Yeah, he's gonna give you a thumbs up, and then excuse me, he's gonna turn over to user. You all right? Getting a little flush there. That was directed at ZERRIS. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm eager to find our man, Captain.
As am I. I still gotta. Yeah, still I gotta head over to Martha's and let her know about the news. Just wanted to make sure that we covered this base first.
Okay. I suppose with that, we'll just wrap up with any final thoughts and see if and give the girls a chance to offer any information they think might be helpful to this case.
In this case, we're trying to think if there's anything else really that they might know. So yeah, so we got pretty much a consistent series of events as far as what happened today. She left, and a couple of the girls saw her leaving. According to Charity, she was going to go and meet up with her boyfriend, which was the guard. Excuse me. Trying to think if there was really anything else that they can give you there.
Well, if they think of anything, or if they want to pass us anything at all that they think might help, that the door for the knights and the door for the guards is always open.
And as you're leaving, Charity will wave, and my door is always open for you.
I am curious, ma'am. How much is it that is the on average does an employee make in this type of establishment?
Let's see. I haven't actually had the prices for that as far as. Shoot. In just a moment, and I will get that for you. Because rather than just spitballing a number, I actually have it written down somewhere as far as at least like hourly rates, and then we can kind of figure it out from there. Let's see. Okay. So as far as these ones, most of them charge 2 gold a night. Or I'm sorry, most of them charge 1 gold per night. Charity charges 2.
Okay. I'm going to fish out 10 gold and place it into her palm.
Ooh. This'll get you a lot of time.
It's not time I need, it's information. Is there anything else that you can think of? One of your own is gone. There have been 2, now 3 murders in this town, ma'am. Anything. If there's anything else. I have bought you time to contemplate. I've bought you time to reflect. You don't have to answer me now. But I'll return tonight, and if you happen to remember anything, I hope that the time you take to contemplate is fruitful.
See what I can find for you.
Thank you. STIRIA?
What are you thinking? Time to follow up on the new lead?
We should reconvene with RA-THERIS and see what he has discovered.
Sounds fair. We'll let him know about what we discovered here as well. See if anything adds up.
Okay. And I do want to say I apologize, RA-THERIS, for leaving you waiting for so long.
Do not
But-
apologize.
Yeah.
You know I take apologies as insults.
Well, with that, I would say the results of your search were not 0. There was one other house in the city in your time combing it that did have some, although subtle, markings, more so on the walls outside, and almost as if like somebody was walking, and it was just kind of not really as deliberate as what you saw in your door. It's more of a side effect there.
Understood. If that's the case, is it walking by the house or walking into the house?
It's as if it's walking into the house.
Understood. Initiate reconnaissance mode. Send my familiar in. Due to my familiar's ability to phase through walls, they will be doing that.
Okay.
Not
So
fully entering
I see.
yet.
So more just so you're like from the street, you're just kind of like poking it's poking its head in.
Yes, and it's going to do that on every wall, which would take about, if it dashes, a turn or 4 turns.
Okay. Yeah. And what, assuming 6 seconds? Okay, yeah, that's not going to take you very long at all.
Yeah. To get a good understanding of the interior
Hmm.
on my account.
So it's a very simple floor plan. Not unlike what you've seen in some of these houses so far. Um, it's kind of just easier for them to stick to a plan and go with that. Um, excuse me. The house itself is in a general state of disrepair, as if somebody hasn't lived here for a while. Um, it's very dusty, very dirty. Um, although there are some bags in the corner that are notably new.
Understood. I will ping ZERRIS. Message now has a 1 mile range, and given that I have his general direction, I will be basically doing ping, 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 ping until eventually I hear a response.
Oh, okay. So it's just.
Oh, yeah, because message can go around corners and all that, and it's got a 1 mile range. So until eventually I hit him,
and this is one of those times where you don't need line of sight.
He's just
no,
radaring us.
it just needs to hit him. That's all message needs to do. Hit him.
Ah,
Ping, 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 and also have a clear path, because if he's inside a solid room, message can't necessarily get to him. I think it can only get through it can only get through a foot of stone, I think.
okay. And I'm trying to think how thick these walls would be to whether or not, because they're on the second floor of the bathhouse right now.
Yep, and those are stone walls there in that image, so probably thick enough.
I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to take that one away from you.
No, that's fine. I half expected it not to work.
ZERRIS is gonna come back to like 47 missed calls.
Oh my god.
Just floating around, waiting for him to come out.
Now, question, on that note, what happens if it hits somebody else? Does it just keep going? Or do they receive the message? Or just a bunch of random people getting these
I think message is pretty much creature exclusive. So if it's not...
I mean, you can interpret that way. It says point your finger towards a creature within range and whisper a message to that target, and that target only hears it. My target is ZERRIS, but message only has a 120-foot range if it's not
without
ZERRIS.
your mark.
It's ZERRIS. Yeah, so.
Yeah. And it also does say that you can go through some familiar with, and
yeah.
Okay. So that would stop it from hitting like every peasant in the city saying, "Hey, look at this."
Yeah, no.
What are these voices in my head?
Yeah, no.
Okay. So yeah, it would probably have to be when he gets outside, when he can actually receive the message.
Okay. Well, I don't think message just hovers in the air for a bit. So
I think so.
In which case, if I can't get a ping on him, he's clearly preoccupied and not answering me. Therefore, I shall continue investigation alone.
Okay.
Sad.
So
It is okay. It is your right to not answer me.
So as far as continuing that, are you gonna have your
Sorry?
Cutting out, buddy.
Sorry. I forget about that sometimes. The familiar, is it going to stay at the house and kind of like scout it out, or what is the plan there?
Said it's in disrepair, yeah?
Very much so.
Holes in the walls, yeah?
Yeah, holes in the walls.
I enter from the area where the sacks are.
Okay.
Because I'm plasmoid.
Ooh. Okay.
I enter through those areas.
Okay.
And meanwhile, my familiar is ordered to move to the roof.
Move to the roof. Okay.
And begin. Yes, indeed. And it will initiate lookout mode.
Okay.
If it
Cool.
sees ZERRIS, it will tell me. If it sees somebody try to come into the house, it'll tell me.
Okay. And that one was also a range of a mile, yeah? Or was that 100 feet?
It's 100 feet telepathically communicating between us because it's a familiar.
Okay, that's right. That's right. I couldn't remember if there was a special thing for that one too. So
No, I'm not a warlock. My familiar is only so special. But ZERRIS could always be my patron.
Oh my god.
Anyways, yeah. So I'll enter where the sacks are, and I'll look in the sacks.
okay. You see a couple of things in here, mostly change of clothing, like common clothes. Excuse me. As essentially somebody had just packed up their belongings and then just set them down in this house. So some typical adventuring gear that you would see there, more what you would expect of somebody
Adventuring
to be
gear.
traveling.
An adventure.
Oh.
It's traveling garb.
Traveling
Interesting.
garb. So
Somebody's
somebody was traveling and then they've stopped here, whether that was temporary or more permanent, has yet to be seen.
See. Okay. This is interesting. The claw marks acted as if it was going in here. These clothes aren't in tatter. They're in good condition.
They're not in great condition.
If they're not in, I turn into a werewolf in these clothes condition.
No, these ones are not.
Okay. The house is broken. It's in tatters.
There's a spot for a fire that, well, there's currently not a fire going. There is still some warmth from it.
They recently were here. Considering things. All right, I'm gonna look for additional claw marks to verify the individual entered this facility. Then I will contemplate arson.
You can definitely see that there are some claw marks coming in through the doorway, as if like the first couple steps in had left some marks on the wood, and then it faded after that.
Werewolf theory is all but confirmed at this point. Looks like this is the hidey hole. If they left. Are there rafters in the ceiling?
There are some, yeah. But you can see them pretty clearly with the house being in disrepair. There's a lot of cobwebs up there, but nothing actively up there.
Excellent. I shall initiate. Time to initiate lie in wait and then do the old black pudding falls from the ceiling scenario.
Oh, I love that scenario.
Yes. So I'm a cheat. Familiar falls through roof onto rafters. Due to my what is it? That's not it. Where's the feet? Where is Strixhaven mascot? Was when my due to my Strixhaven mascot feat. When mascot familiar is within 60 feet of you, you can teleport as an action, swapping places with it. Swap places with it onto the rafter because I don't want to do a climb check because I don't have a climb speed.
That's great.
And this little guy's gonna just scurry up onto the roof again to look out.
So you both are now on the roof.
He's on top of the roof. I'm underneath the roof in the rafters.
Okay, I see. So
I
you
can see the
drop
inside.
through
He can see
teleport.
he can see
Okay.
the outside. And if he sees ZERRIS, we're gonna just poof again, and I'll ping ZERRIS, and then poof back. In fact, yeah, we'll do that where he's on the rafters, I'm up there. He's looking inside. If somebody comes in, he's gonna tell me, and then I'm gonna poof, and he's gonna. And suffering will happen. And then, meanwhile, I'm just with pseudopods, pointing in different directions, roughly towards the bathhouse. Just ping, 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 until I eventually get ZERRIS.
Excuse me. All right.
Good thing message doesn't have to follow a straight line.
That is really nice.
Yeah, because eventually it's just gonna, go over the fucking building, or if I'm on the other side, or over any buildings or whatever. I know there's at least two-story buildings here. 3, because the Mayor's Manor is a 2-story as well. I don't know exactly where I am relative to the bathhouse.
Yeah. Let me see actually, because you right now are in the eastern portion of the city.
Then I would be behind the bathhouse, because the bathhouse faces west.
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's on the eastern side of the main road. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is more along the central eastern portion of the city.
Excellent. Are there holes in the roof as well?
Yeah. There's a couple holes in the roof.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I can see through my hands.
See through your hands.
I don't have eyes, my guy, which means my sensory organ for seeing is all over my body.
Okay. Yeah. I don't oozes usually get blind sight? Like, why is?
I don't get blind sight for some reason.
Huh.
I don't have blind sight for whatever reason. It was probably a balancing thing.
Could have been a balancing thing. I guess.
Yeah. I also can't see through my extended pseudopods. Can only see through my normal hand-shaped ones, or foot-shaped ones, or head-shaped ones. But my extended ones that get a full 10 feet in length, I can't see through for some reason.
That's like, from a balance perspective, I can see it, but
Because that would increase my range. And I
Yeah.
could just pop that
Right.
around a corner, but I can also do that with my hand, arguably, so
yeah. Well, we can figure out that mess later if we need to.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
Yeah.
so, yeah.
the
Just
others.
lying in wait, pinging ZERRIS.
Yep. Which ZERRIS and STIRIA, you guys were getting ready to leave the bathhouse. You gave
Yep.
you gave Charity the gold there. Excuse me. And sorry, I lost my train of thought there. Yep. So you gave her the gold. Asked her for any more information that she might be able to come up with. You probably asked the best person there, because she knows a lot of things. So we'll see how that goes. But
People love
Okay.
donating to charity.
yeah, people love donating to charity.
Just like ZERRIS just did.
Syria.
Excuse me. So
Say that
as
again.
with-
Ramos,
with
you came in
everything
really
else-
quiet. Ramos said something. He came in really quiet. What was it you were saying?
Yeah.
Just Styria. That's it.
Yeah.
All right, I guess it's time to reconvene with RA-THERIS.
Yep. So as you're leaving, you are now able to receive these messages, all of these missed calls, as it were. Obviously,
that must
just
be
the
one.
just the most recent one coming through, because dissipate after a while.
Right.
But yeah, you are finally able to receive notification that RA-THERIS has indeed found things.
Ping!
RA-THERIS.
That's all you receive. Connection established.
Excellent.
Confirm.
Confirmed.
Excellent. Possible hideout found. Permission to arson.
Permission to what?
Oh,
What?
Denied. We should wait for more information. We need to see if we can ambush them. If they don't have a
Understood.
hideout
Black
description-
pudding approach approved.
What?
Permission
What?
to kill.
What?
Black pudding approach approved. Permission for lethal damage.
I'm gonna roll.
Okay. Well, what are you thinking here?
I'm just gonna do odds or evens. I'm a little bit conflicted on this, if I'm being absolutely honest. And I think that
Permission to kill. What?
I think that granted.
Understood.
Oh, what? Oh no!
Okay.
Oh shit!
You're
All
sure
right.
you're sure that it's their hideout.
Track appropriate markings on location indicates some sort of transformation. Additionally, several other markings indicate entering. Though the majority of this place is tattered, there are several new articles of clothing, and the fire was warm, despite the abandoned nature of this building. Would you rather interrogation?
I just want certainty that we're not killing the wrong person. That's all.
Understood. I will refrain from overly lethal damage.
Thank you, RA-THERIS. I'll inform STIRIA. We'll be with you shortly if you can grant direction.
Understood. I shall send my familiar. Your location is bathhouse, correct?
Correct.
Excellent. Familiar is being sent.
Excellent.
And with that, the familiar is gonna, slither away like a snake.
Head on over there. Yeah.
So I'm
yeah,
gonna go ahead and chime
Go
in, look at ZERRIS, and I'm just gonna go ahead and ask, everything okay? You look like you had a pretty bad migraine there.
RA-THERIS thinks he may have found the hideout of our killer.
Okay. Sounds like we've got ourselves 2 leads here. Do you think this might be the...
Might be the what?
Say again?
You cut out there.
Let me ask, do you think this Mrs. Tara Fisher might be involved somehow?
I'm gonna be honest with you, STIRIA. I'm not inclined to follow any of those women's leads.
And the reason being...
No one is taking this seriously. No one is truly understanding that 3 souls are gone. There was lies in that room. And while I'm not sure that any of it was malicious, if one of my employees, one of my friends had been murdered, I'd be spilling any information. We shouldn't have had to press that hard. No one is taking this seriously. So Tara Fisher might be involved, but I'm more inclined to wait in the dark tonight in the village square with meat hanging off my body to lure this creature out than to chase another false lead.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Still, it is, at the end of the day, a lead. So if the house or hideout or whatever doesn't pan out, that'll be our next thread to follow.
Agreed.
So before you guys get to the house, excuse me, because the familiar is on the way. I think right here is a good opportunity to take a quick break for tech and bio and all that such, and then we'll reconvene in a couple of minutes. What, 5, 7 minutes? 7 seems to be a decent number.
Copy.
Yeah. And then we'll pick up from there with you guys getting to the house. And we're back. All right. So last we had left, RA-THERIS, you were sending your familiar to go get ZERRIS and STIRIA. STIRIA and ZERRIS, you had just left the bathhouse. There's going to be some convergence going on there. Now, real quick, RA-THERIS, you said that you were keeping a lookout, correct?
Correct. I've got a hand inside one of the holes. A pseudopod in the shape of a hand inside one of the holes. If I see them through my hand, I'm going to shoot them with chill touch.
Ah, okay.
So
Not even confirming the target. Just hey, there's a person. Let's shoot him.
if a person
Okay.
enters this building, no matter how old, no matter what, they will be shot with chill touch, non-lethally at first. However, should they attack me, I am authorized for lethal damage. I will kill them.
Copy that.
Kind of also relying on the fact that chill touch doesn't fly from my hand; it appears right next to them, then grabs on, as a moment of disorientation that they might not know where I'm coming from, given that, the roof. Also spread myself rather thin over the roof to prevent me from causing many major displacement of the roof.
Okay. Okay. All right. So you actually are going to see somebody walking up to the house. Just a single person.
Okay, once they're in, they're shot. Come on.
Yeah. So this is going to be an individual, maybe about 6'2". They're wearing a dark cloak with a hood over it. But they look like they're definitely a bigger individual. It's not a little you're seeing here.
All right.
Oh, I'm sorry. I realized I didn't set that over. So I'm gonna go ahead and set that over so that you guys can see the map here for the house.
Cool. Do you want me to put myself roughly in the area where I would be?
Yep.
Would we be showing up here, or would?
So I would say you guys are close, but you're not quite there yet. Maybe
All right. Let us know when we load in and where we would load in.
Okay. All
So I'm
right.
there. Gives
So
me good
you're there.
coverage over most of the house.
Cool.
But the little ninja thing, I'm in the roof.
Gotcha. And then you guys are going to be coming from the northwest corner on this map.
I'm not seeing the map.
Oh, I'm sorry. Should be Oh, I have it set for the players to be on that one, so I'm not sure what's going on there.
Seems like my issue. Let me see.
Somebody who knows Roll20 better than I, maybe they can. But
okay. No, I got it. We're good.
oh, okay, cool. Excuse me. Let's see here.
There he is, our favorite slime.
Yay, I'm the favorite. Take that, the other one.
Okay.
Indeed,
yeah,
they don't. I like how you're on the same page.
So we're gonna go ahead and do it just for ease of tracking things and then figuring out be able to get in there. Where is it?
Initiative?
Yep.
Excellent. 7.
Oh, there's all sorts.
You want initiative pre-rolled?
Yep. We're gonna go ahead and pre-roll that. Just
Okay,
for,
bet.
We're gonna have to throw our tokens on here. Make sure they're on the tracker.
I'm gonna go ahead and do that, but it's not gonna be on.
Yeah.
So I would need to know where we would load in.
We have all placed them in a place already.
Okay, bet.
We're behind the curve.
Setting. Save. Go ahead and throw on my token.
sorry, the other northwest corner. That's the northeast.
And bet.
Your other left.
Did not expect such a high roll. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm ass.
You got yeah, STIRIA, that is definitely gonna put you at the top there. So it make sure all of this
That does raise the question. Given that she's following the fractal mascot, they would both have to move behind him.
So would the fractal be like right here? And that's behind?
Reasonably
yeah,
in front, but I would put us both in. ZERRIS, I would probably pop yourself behind the fractal. There you go. That way they're just not cluttering.
cool. And let me make sure to get this set up for front. Cool. And oh, that's why it's not on the right line. Good line. Boom. So there's that individual coming in, and move to that layer. I can actually do things with it. Okay. Yep. So he's going to be coming in. You hear the door open, and he walks in through here. And then you said you had chill touch ready.
Yep. Chill touch goes off.
Okay.
It's an 18 to hit.
18's gonna hit.
Excellent. 3 necrotic, can't heal.
3 necrotic, can't heal. Gotcha.
So a hand appears to float around him, then grabs onto his shoulder, and he takes a little bit of necrotic damage and cannot heal.
Yeah. And you hear, God, what the fuck? And he's gonna, and actually, let's see. Yeah, he got his turn right after yours. Are you trying to be stealthy with this?
I'm casting a spell that has a verbal component.
Okay.
I don't think I can be, but I'm up on his roof. So it's up to you if I can be here.
I gotcha. Yeah.
I don't, because I could literally just be yelling it on the other side of me.
Yeah, but you're
And
also in a closed room, and you two are the only ones in here.
I'm on his roof, and my hand's shifting through a hole.
Oh, you're on the roof.
I'm on the roof, so I'm not in the room I'm in the room as much as I have to be to hit him.
I misunderstood.
I'm fulfilling the site by putting by putting a part of me in stuffing one of the holes with a part of me here.
Copy. Okay, yeah, then he's going to at that point make a perception check to try and see if he can notice that you were there.
Okay. Shall I make stealth?
Sure, go ahead.
Cool. Contesting. 5.
5. Yeah, he's gonna notice you there.
Cool. That was his action. This idiot.
Yeah, so he's gonna kind of get back behind the wall because he saw you there and he's figured that was how you hit him.
Okay, cool.
So that is gonna take us to ZERRIS.
See.
Shit. Okay.
What do we see as we approach the house?
Probably just the house, reasonably.
Yeah, you can see the house. You probably did hear. I would say you guys can make a perception check. Him yelling.
Okay.
So this would be a hearing-based one. If anybody has anything where that, I know Neum does, but
only when she's in her wild shape.
Yeah, but it applied last we saw her. So.
8's not gonna cut it.
Especially not if it's persuasion.
Oh, bet. Sorry. Thank you for catching that.
No worries.
Tried to persuade the universe to tell you.
Hey, airwaves, get in my ear.
What did I roll on this? A 5. We'll go with a 9 because that was the first one rolled.
Okay. And then ZERRIS, I am seeing you got an 11 here.
Correct.
So the 9 is not going to be enough.
You're sitting too far away from the mic again.
I'm sorry. I got to stop doing that. The 9 is
Scoot your
not
chair
going to be enough.
closer.
The 9 is not going to be enough, but the the 11 will do it.
Excellent. In that case,
I'll be relying on you for this bit.
5. I can move through the fractal space, correct?
Yeah, it's small, or it's tiny at this point.
5, 10,
okay.
15, 20, 25, 30. Hello. If that's okay with our DM.
Gagnon,
I couldn't hear you. I'm sorry.
is that movement okay?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Excellent.
Yeah, so as you come in, you're able to see this figure kind of in their cloak, kind of like pressed up against the wall, as you would expect from somebody who was just getting attacked on the other side, going to cover.
But also notice a little necrotic hand latched onto his shoulder.
Yeah.
It's
got a little bit of ooziness coming out of the wrist bit.
Who the fuck are you?
Hi. I'm gonna bonus action cast Shield of Faith on myself.
Okay.
Boosting my AC. And then just a quick exchange. Yeah, you know what? No, fuck that. I'm gonna cast Inflict Wounds.
Bet. What the fuck?
Okay. All right.
At 3rd level.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
You mean second?
Level. Yeah, apologies.
Yeah.
Okay, I was about to say.
I believe in you.
I'll throw that in the chat.
Ooh.
Let's see. Yeah. 11 is going to hit.
Excellent.
Yes.
So
that was too low.
Oh, that's frightening.
Was interesting.
16?
Yeah.
Okay.
16?
Yes. 16. Necrotic damage.
Okay.
That's action, bonus action, and movement. That's me.
Yeah, that was action and bonus action.
Hope
Styria. That would take us to you.
So, I just saw ZERRIS move by me into the house that the fractal was leading us to.
Yep. You hear, who the fuck are you?
Who the fuck are you? Do I hear the spell casting at all?
I'm not.
I would say, yeah, he's not being sneaky right here. So I would say yes.
Yeah, if you Shield of Faith.
Because I don't see.
Shield of Faith has a verbal component, and I believe Inflict Wounds also has it.
Okay, so hearing the sudden incantations, I'm like, well, shit, someone's in trouble. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I get to about right here. What do I see?
Well, you can see this individual that ZERRIS has just grabbed onto on his other shoulder. There's a little ghost. But yeah, individual, dark cloak, big dude, at least 6'2", and understandably pissed.
ZERRIS, did I put mage armor on you already today?
Not today.
No. What can I do in this particular situation that would stay in character?
Kick it till it dies.
I suppose the thing that I can do in this particular case, I'm going to end up readying my bow, my short bow,
Okay.
to get ready to defend myself if need be. I would not be able to interpose myself between ZERRIS and the other guy, unfortunately. So
Right.
what I'll end up doing is go ahead and use my action. And with a quick little time to shine, put some heroism onto ZERRIS.
Oh, that's great.
So
Okay.
you're going to be filled with determination. So at the start of each of your turns, you're going to be getting 3 temporary hit points.
Sick.
And that's going to last for up to 1 minute or until I lose concentration.
Excellent.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Action.
Alright.
I don't have anything for bonus action, so I'm going to call it there.
Okay. With that, that will take us back to RA-THERIS.
Cool. I'm gonna move along the roof. 5, 10, 15. Are there holes into this little area that I can see through?
I would say so. Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna just stick another pseudopod down there, and then now that ZERRIS is here, I will cast, hold person on this person that I presume is a person.
Mm.
On this person that I presume is a person. Jesus.
Okay.
So DC 15, Wisdom save.
Okay.
Assuming he is a person.
He is a person indeed.
Excellent.
And he is going to fail his save.
Excellent. He cannot move. ZERRIS can wail on him as much as he wishes.
Yeah. Okay. So that will take us to his
Now,
turn.
hold on.
Yeah.
I've got my familiar's turn.
My apologies. Please continue.
15. It's going to be under me,
Okay.
which is annoying because it layers on top of me.
I think you might be able to.
Move adjacent to if need be.
Yeah. I don't know.
There we go.
I'm going to do that, if that's okay. It's going to come in here because, we're going to try to, well, so that was 5, 10, 15. Yeah, that'll be as far as it can get. And I believe it can't make an attack unless I want it to. And I have to spend my action for that. So let me check that. Yes, I have to take the attack action on my turn for it to attack. So no. So it's going to sit there, for flanking purposes later on.
Okay.
It'll move around him to the door next turn, but yeah.
Okay. And that was it for that.
Yeah,
turn
that's
then?
all my turn. That's all the
Okay.
movements I can do.
Okay.
Yeah. Now let me just.
It's now
Okay, so at the end of its turn,
it
Yep.
can
so at
repeat
end
the
of
save.
his turn.
Yep.
Okay. So since there's not really anything else he can do there, that is.
You
That
cut
is
out
what?
for all of that. That is going to be a
Yeah, he's gonna make his end of his turn. He's gonna try to make the save there, and again failed.
yes.
So that one was close, but not quite.
It matters
So,
little.
ZERRIS, it is your turn.
I'm going to pull out my mace and move so STIRIA can step into the room. And I'm going to press my left hand across the mace, my right hand on the handle, and press the bar against his throat,
Okay.
pinning him to the wall as best I can. And
Okay.
just lean real close to his ear and say, "Give me a reason why I don't bash your fucking skull in." That is
Hmm.
that is my turn.
Okay. Now, so on that note, if I remember correctly, the paralyzed condition does prevent speech, does it not?
Uh, uh,
I thought it did.
Paralyzed creature is incapacitated and can't move or speak. Yeah,
Yeah.
he can't talk.
Cool.
That's okay.
So Styria, that's you.
I will note when I have him in hold person, he's covered in slime.
Of course.
Really ethereal slime that
So I'm
matches
gonna go
my
ahead and
original color before the ink.
flit on over to here. Bow at the ready. Although torch water skin. I don't. I will end up having to use my action with shape water.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try to congeal some liquid around one of his hands and get ready for it to form into a shackle. So he's gonna have like this icy block around one of his limbs.
Okay. Okay. Which limb specifically?
Whichever one has a weapon.
So you can see a weapon is on his left hip.
Is on his left hand.
Yeah, he
Left
hasn't even.
hip.
Yeah,
On
he
his
hasn't
left-
drawn
he
his
hasn't-
weapon yet.
He
Hasn't
walked
drawn his weapon.
inside. He walked
If it's on his
inside,
left
got
hip,
jumped.
then it'll be his right hand.
Okay. So right now it's just you're just it.
I'm just getting ready to hog tie this bitch.
So on your next turn, you would be able to complete the forming that into ice. You're just getting the water there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna go ahead and communicate that to the rest of the group with, if you can pin him down and get his arms close together, we pretty much got this.
Copy.
Try to be as non-lethal as I can, because I still don't know exactly what the fuck is going on.
I don't think this guy knows what's going on either.
No, he got fucking blindsided.
So
Weakness
Spirit,
is noted.
do you have anything else, Styria?
Well, that's my turn.
Okay. RA-THERIS, back to you.
Cool. So, first start of my turn, I'm gonna get chill touched again. Fuck this guy.
Okay.
So, was that a 24? Is that hit?
Oh yeah.
Okay. I was a little
Like, you're just
concerned.
straight up fucking beaning this guy.
8 necrotic damage.
Oh my god.
He can't heal. And then this guy is gonna go zoom through the wall, so that's 10. That'll be 20 movement for the purposes of if we need to flank him. ZERRIS can just yoink himself over there. He doesn't get an opportunity attack because he's currently under a hold person spell.
Correct.
And then I'm gonna be trying to drain his hit points, just so everybody is aware.
Okay.
I was given the option to kill. And that is my turns.
Okay. That's gonna take us back to him.
I'm just gonna be able to repeat.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wisdom DC 15. Fail. Dice gods.
This time he actually succeeded.
Oh.
So he's able to break free of that. However, that is the end of his turn.
Yep.
So
Yep.
Which means we get a turn of wailing on him, ZERRIS. How tall would you say this roof is?
Say about 10 feet.
Yeah, probably about 10 feet. There was a little bit of extra room in the room you were in with the rafters. Probably about another 5 feet there.
I figured. Good. Good.
I would voice my opinion. We should probably ensure we have the correct person first.
We are.
I'll ask him again before I do anything on my turn. Give me a reason I don't bash your fucking skull in.
Who are you, and what are you doing in my fucking house?
Hunting a murderer, and I'm going to press the bar against his throat more. Any reply from him?
Excuse me. And you just walk into my house, start fucking attacking me.
I cast Inflict Wounds.
Okay.
Shit, man.
Second
Oh no. Hopefully get better than a 7 this time.
let's see. Where'd it go?
I believe in you.
That's the one.
22 is going to be a clean hit.
That's a clean hit.
Fuck this guy.
That's 18.
Ooh.
For another 11. Fucking hell.
Oh
18
no.
damage. Damn, motherfucker.
Is that 18? I don't...
Yeah, 7
That's
plus
18.
Oh, my bad.
My bad.
I'm
So
sorry.
The,
Yeah, that throws me off
has-
too.
It's 26. I'm looking. 42
Yeah, I'm tracking.
plus. He's at 45 damage already. Jesus fuck.
Hasn't even had a chance to attack.
there'll be 18 more necrotic damage to him. I gotta deduct those spell points.
Yeah.
I am almost out. I hope this doesn't drag on.
Hey, my guy, move to flank him.
Yeah, that's a smart idea.
Yeah.
I'll do that. And then-
So does that break your pinning him up against the wall? Because you did. I know you said you were holding it like this, and then.
I would hope
Yeah,
to just be able to kind of like shift the bar,
Okay.
if necessary. I don't need it to be directly on his jugular. Just could be pressing on the
Right.
right side of his neck because I don't.
So, yeah, from that angle, you're going to have a little bit less leverage, so it's going to be a little easier for him to break free from that, just based off of angling.
That's okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Styria, guard the door
Yep.
because
Yeah, Styria, it's all you.
A new path.
I may end up spending my turn just kind of moving a little bit, but then eyeing you more than the other guy with this look of, what the fuck did you just do?
I'm not a good man.
You are a great man.
I hope. This is the
Anything
right
else
guy.
from you, Styria?
I'm gonna have to keep my eyes on the other guy because I'm willing to bet he's about to start getting fucking violent.
I wonder why.
I wonder too, because he just got the soul sucked out of him.
No, we didn't. That comes later.
That comes later. That's not better.
You shut fuck up.
So, RA-THERIS, that's going to take us back.
I'm just looking there, just dumbfounded, like, you're a knight. Why are you attacking
My
this
turn?
person in cold blood?
Yeah,
Cool.
so Styria, if you have nothing else, then that's going to take us to RA-THERIS.
I'm gonna be skipping my turn because
Okay.
DC 15 wisdom save.
Okay, coming right up.
fucking shit.
He's going to pass that one.
Damn it!
On the
Wasted
money.
God damn it, motherfucker. Okay. Snake gets to size small.
Okay.
It's
Uh,
sad that I'm actually siding with the slime who's not doing anything overly fatal.
I've been trying
Over
to
the
kill him.
night.
I've been trying to kill him this entire time. I was facilitating the ease of that killing. You misread my non-face.
Yes, but here's the thing, right?
This
You
is my
did
turns.
11.
Okay.
And ZERRIS did 34?
So I need to up the damage. Got it.
I haven't counted up my damage. I'm so sorry.
You're
Oh,
fine.
no,
I'm,
you're
I'm tracking
no.
damage. So now that he is like finally back in control of his faculties here, he is going to reach for his sword. And
With what
Sarah,
hand? Ice is surrounding one of his hands.
You said that
You
that
almost said
was
water, and then you
did
skipped your
say
next
water.
turn.
Yeah.
Use shape water, move water around one hand, and then skip your turn.
Because the plan was to put water around the other hand in the form of a shackle.
Right, I get
So
that.
water was still around one hand.
Yeah.
No, water. But you hadn't made it into ice yet. You said you were gonna
Fucking
be-
verbiage, got it.
Yeah. It's
I'm
not
sorry,
ice
mate.
yet.
I'm sorry,
So-
man. And somebody else
Jeez.
has already finished their turn there, so it's a
Yeah.
little late for a.
No, you're good. No, you're good. Fucking verbiage got me.
You're good, man.
Yep. It happens.
So yeah, he is going to take that. He's got a short sword. He's going to reach for it, and ZERRIS, he's swinging at you.
Believe in you, ZERRIS. You had 3 temporary hit points, remember?
Yeah, so that was a dirty 20.
Jesus Christ.
You got 3
and,
temporary hit points, remember, ZERRIS?
that was for 4 damage.
So it's only gonna be 1.
I could
Nope.
yeah, I could do
Then he's going to swing it. Then he's going to stab you again.
That's fine.
Just remember, you'll have advantage on all your next attacks.
A dirty 22 for 7.
Jesus Christ.
Fuck.
And yeah, he's pretty pissed. So as a bonus action, he's going to stab you again. That one does miss though.
What's the roll?
Let me see. He got a total of 8
Okay, thank
on,
God. Okay.
on
yeah.
that last one. So like that one wasn't even close.
Sweet. Well, I mean, it's close enough. I'm sitting
That
at
one
an
would've-
AC of 13 because I'm naked and cast Shield of Faith, so I'm pretty squishy right now.
Yeah.
You are
Well,
gonna need to make a concentration check.
I
Yeah,
am
for the
gonna
shield.
need to do that. Yeah.
You're actually
You're
gonna
gonna make
you
two.
actually need to make 2.
Yep.
So 4 damage and 7 damage was what we had respectively.
Yep.
2 DC 10.
Where? Con save. I think I have advantage on these
Failed. Up.
because I have Warcaster.
Okay.
Wait.
Cool.
Ah,
Cool.
okay, cool.
So he's got the 16 on the 1.
Nice.
You got
All
this.
right. And the
Hell
second
yeah,
one?
And a 15 on the other.
All right, so you're good. Shield of Faith stays up.
Barely.
And then ZERRIS, that is going to take us to your turn.
Got advantage to smack him with your fucking mace.
You have been stabbed twice.
I have
Here.
been stabbed twice.
You also sapped him twice.
I did do that.
Hurt him. Cause pain.
Firstly, I'm going to use my bonus action to channel divinity and harness divine power.
Okay.
Which is a feature of my Arcana Domain Cleric, which I can regain. It says a spell slot. In this case, it's spell points up to equivalent to first level. So I'm going to regain 2 spell points.
I would say spell points equal to your proficiency bonus.
So we 2.
Oh, it is. Oh, it's
Which is
proficiency, my
which is
bad.
enough for a first level spell slot.
Yeah, tracking
Yeah.
all. So let me pump that real quick, and I'm gonna.
Also, ZERRIS, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there, but with your proximity to him, you are able to notice that there is a necklace of sorts hanging from his neck. Appears to be some kind of stone. It's glowing faintly.
I don't like that.
But please continue.
Can't benefit from that if he's unconscious. I'm gonna cast Inflict Wound again at 2nd level.
Oh shit!
Oh my
Okay.
god.
Fire away.
That's a spell attack, right?
It's a
That's a dirty 20.
Yeah,
That
that's
is-
with advantage because
Yeah,
of the
with advantage because of that. Yeah. Fire
Yep.
damage.
Hell yeah.
and then click the damn thing. There we go. Holy shit!
Oh!
4.
20 fucking hell.
24 necrotic damage. Fuck this guy.
I
Yo,
don't know if
clerics
I
are
could- we can-
busted, dude. This is nuts.
I don't know if we can save this guy.
That's okay.
Of course we can.
Spare the dying to cantrip.
Yeah. And then we can keep
Wait, so that-
killing.
Was that inflict
In
wound?
character who's trying to murder his ass.
Say again, David.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just seeing the damage here because that was a total of 40. Okay, yeah, it's inflict wound. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
it
at
didn't
higher
show
levels.
what-
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yep. It showed up weird on the thing. So,
Yeah, because it's showing the base damage and the higher level damage.
yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else, Zeris?
This motherfucker's still
Is he
up.
still up?
Zeris
Yeah.
has done like
That
60
thing-
damage to him.
Stop
That's it.
resisting.
The necklace is glowing a little bit more now.
34 plus
A little
24
more.
is 58.
I don't.
He's
I don't.
taken 69 points of damage.
That's my action and bonus action. I don't know if
Okay.
it would be a free action to just snap that off his neck.
Mm,
I don't.
I don't know. I feel like that would be a more deliberate, like you're trying to.
It's not exactly
So-
like interacting in an interaction. It's on his.
Yeah, that
person.
I would call that an object interaction.
That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. I'll just say stop resisting.
Yeah. Well, he
Just-
definitely seems more agitated. It's almost as if this thing glows, the more distressed he seems.
I'm gonna call that out to STIRIA.
Do you think maybe that might be due to the fact that you're trying to kill him?
You're not helping, Styria. Your moral
Honest-
compass is unimportant right now. The
Oh.
enemy is before you, knight.
Do we even know for certain? That's the problem.
We will know for certain after we have destroyed them.
You guys are fucking knights. What the fuck?
It's my turn, right?
Yep.
Zeris, I am so sorry. I'm going to have to dismiss heroism. And I am going to have to...
Does it question about heroism because it's 3 points on my turn, right?
It's 3 points at the start of each of your turns.
Okay.
But it doesn't stack up because it's temporary hit
no,
points.
I'm tracking
Right.
that.
It's
So would I still have
resets.
the 3 from the turn I just took?
No, because they go away when the spell ends. And I'm
Copy that.
dismissing it.
Understood.
So I'm going to have to dismiss heroism. I am going to have to... Zeris, I am so sorry. I'm going to have to put Blessed Aim on myself. And I'm going for the advantage on ranged weapon attack rolls.
Okay.
And unfortunately, this is the in-character thing for me to do. I'm going to have to point my weapon at you.
Oh.
I am sorry, Zeris, but we were trying to find the perpetrator and not wantonly murder. And you've gone straight to wantonly murdering. So I am going to have to point my weapon at you.
That's fine.
And I'm going to have to order you to stand down.
Out of character, that's fine.
I am so sorry, but I can't in good faith let that go.
RA-THERIS did reconnaissance. This is clearly our man. Something's wrong with his pendant. Where'd you get the bauble, stranger?
With that being brought to his attention, he's definitely gonna cover it up, like kind of reach up and grab it with his free hand. I reached up with my right hand, but he's holding a sword in his right hand. I think you need to leave.
Zeris, I think you should heed his advice.
If you're a knight,
Stand down.
you're on official orders, then you've got some kind of a warrant, right?
Styria, you are interfering. Cease and desist.
I'm sorry, but I cannot in good faith let a knight attack in cold blood like this.
He is a warm-blooded creature. It is impossible for him to attack in cold blood.
And
The master has always been warm-blooded.
I'm ending my
Cease
turn.
your odd behavior.
Cease your odd behavior. Oh, because attacking random people in
Yeah.
randoms is not odd, apparently.
We still
That's why Styria is just like, no, I've got to put a stop to this. This is insane.
My turn.
We're still in initiative, yeah?
Yes.
We are. Yes.
Okay.
So,
Styria,
Styria, I know you're
holding-
pointing your weapon here. Any action
Yeah.
you're taking? What's going on?
My action was to cast Blessed Aim on myself.
Okay. And then that's where you...
I've chosen the option to give myself advantage on ranged weapon attack rolls.
Okay.
Where is... what is a good token for that?
My turn.
Yeah, Styria, if you have nothing else, then we're going to go ahead
That'll
and roll
work.
into RA-THERIS' turn.
Cool.
Yeah, I have nothing else. I would have moved back, but I didn't declare it.
Okay.
Bonus action, pseudopod, 10 feet down onto Zerris' shoulder. Mage armor on Zerris because Styria decided to take back her support like an insubordinate swine. You now have a armor rating of 13 plus your dexterity modifier, Zerris.
So he has an
Plus-
AC of 16 now.
Nice.
Does that stack with Shield of Faith?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yep.
because Shield of Faith is an AC bonus.
Yeah.
Your mine just starts your AC at 13. So, boom, that's down. Then I can't attack this turn. Sneck gets one size larger. It is now medium.
Okay.
And then that's my turn because the insubordinate one.
Okay. That's gonna be this guy. Zerris, have you shown any signs of yielding? Or anything representing your authority here? It is now this gentleman's turn.
Aside from the holy symbol around my neck, no symbol of authority here has been shown.
Okay.
I'm specifically looking at his hand that's covering the pendant, so I don't think that, do with that information what you will.
Okay. Okay. So more or less he's going to ready an action here. As far as like what that is specifically, fuck it. He's going to keep fighting if you keep fighting, basically is what it is. And then that will take us to your turn.
I'm gonna hold out my left hand, relinquish it, and submit to
Can't do
questioning.
that. You're not getting this.
You have 2 seconds to tell me why.
Can't tell you that.
You chose this. I cast Inflicted Wounds at first level.
Okay.
Remember advantage.
Yep.
11.
He needed that advantage.
Yeah, you did.
That's still gonna hit.
That is still gonna hit. So go ahead and do the damage. Because his
Oh shit!
Oh my god, dude!
oh man.
Zerris, you have no chill. Zerris has no chill.
19 to
So he's gonna fucking swing because you chose that too. So oh, that should have been really weird. Okay. Yeah, you said a 16
16.
will hit, yeah? Yeah, you
Mhm.
got that for 9.
You said 9?
For 9, yeah.
We're gonna need to make a concentration check if he hit.
Yes.
17.
Okay.
Cool.
Way good. Yeah, so that'll take us sorry, Zerris, did you have anything else?
Oh no, I cast that was my action. Oh, you know what?
Yeah.
I don't know what I have for bonus action things. Nope.
think you should be out of spell points, right?
I am completely out of spell points, but I have cantrips.
But I don't know if you have any bonus
And
actions.
none of them are.
None of them are
Standard
bonus action.
action.
Yeah, I'm fizzled.
Copy. All right, Styria, that's going to take us to you. This situation is not under control at all.
No, it's not. And unfortunately, the best way to put it under control is to take ZERRIS out of commission. So I'm going to have to take a 5-foot flight back.
Okay.
I don't know if that's going to provoke an opportunity attack from anybody or not.
No. So as far as this individual, he used his action to attack ZERRIS, and you weren't presenting yourself as an active threat to him at the moment.
Okay. So by order of the Knights of the Violet Rose, ZERRIS, I demand you stand down. Would have been said. Blessed Aim is up. I saw you do another Inflict Wounds, which is one of those spells of murderous intent. I'm going to have to make a weapon attack against you. I am not firing to kill. I am declaring non-lethal.
I appreciate that. I really do.
I have advantage on the attack roll because Blessed Aim is in effect. I do not have disadvantage because I moved away from you. So here comes the short bow. It's going to be a 12 on both parts.
Yep.
Misses.
So
That misses.
But did not go unnoticed.
As it was aimed at ZERRIS.
Okay. Was there
It
anything
should also
else
be
you-
noted that the seriousness in the tone should say something to you. Because that's normally not Styria.
Mhm.
Noted.
Actually, the miss is pretty narratively effective because we can just say it just whizzes right in front of his nose.
Oh yeah.
yeah, that sounds totally like you were trying for non-lethal.
So Styria, if there was nothing else on your
That was my action. I don't have a good bonus action to use, so
copy that. All right. RA-THERIS. A shot has
Excellent.
been fired at ZERRIS.
A shot has been fired at ZERRIS. However, this individual has taken multiple damage, a good amount of damage from ZERRIS. How is he looking?
So I did send a GIF to our out of character chat here. That should give you an idea. For those
and here, Nobel.
Okay.
more or less, he's looking like absolute shit. Think Randy Marsh. I didn't hear no bell.
Oh, that's only a 9. Oh well.
Yep, that will miss.
Okay. It's gonna chromatic orb him. Oh well.
Very, very non-lethal of you there.
It would have been acid damage. It would have just, done some damage to his face. It would have been fine.
No,
Oh
just-
yeah, because acid is totally non-lethal.
I've learned anything from London.
Oh my god.
Oh, what the fuck?
Wow. Okay.
A lot of people survive.
Well.
Yep.
Anyways,
Call that
that's
your
my turn.
victim.
So yeah, that's gonna take us to this guy who is he's just gonna unload on you, ZERRIS. So he's
ZERRIS,
gonna
how are
send
you
you
looking?
again.
Not great, but not terrible.
You can't heal yourself right now, right?
Not at the moment.
Understood.
On a scale of 1 to fucked, how are you looking?
You know, I'm gonna sleep good tonight.
Got it.
So
About 5.
with his 3 attacks, only 1 hits. With a 21 to hit there,
Jesus,
and it's gonna do 8 piercing.
that's okay.
Remember your check.
Yep. Still up.
Hey,
Another pass.
Oh, barely.
Fuck this guy.
I mean, it was a 15. That's not a barely.
Warcaster's a beast, baby.
Hell yeah.
Okay, yeah, and that is. Let me see.
Is this to ZERRIS?
That is gonna go to ZERRIS.
Cool. Beat his ass. Use your mace. You got advantage on those attacks.
I mean, if you got somebody telling you that this is a bad idea, and
We have a
Syria-
we have a
We have
pansy
Syria
telling us-
publicly. We have Syria publicly ordering you to stand down.
That's fine.
that is kind of a big deal.
You have overbreached your authority. Stand down, or I'm gonna be forced to have to bring you in under retainment.
Relinquish the pendant.
We can discuss the pendant later. Right now, you need to stand down.
You are impeding ZERRIS.
Is it worth your life?
Who is that directed at?
What did you say?
He was talking to this individual here, and he
Yep.
replied with, "It's not worth yours."
I resort to physical violence and I swing at him with my mace.
Okay,
It's a 13.
that is gonna hit.
7 points
For
of
7.
bludgeoning damage.
And he's gonna go down.
Victory.
And I will turn to Styria.
Here from the tendril that was hanging by your shoulder. Shall I initiate binds?
Bind him.
Understood. Gonna just kind of ooze down the wall,
I'll look
if you would allow me. And then kind of just ooze over this guy.
Sorry, ZERRIS, did you ask something? I couldn't really hear you.
I'm gonna look to Styria and say, "Take me in if you must, but someone is in need of my assistance for healing."
And they will receive aid after you are arraigned. Get out of the way. I will handle the rest.
I'm gonna move
And
up.
make sure you keep your hands in plain view.
I'm gonna.
And I'm going to be directing you out of the house.
I'm gonna drop my mace and grab for the pendant.
Okay.
I will provide aid for him, as he had previously indicated he wanted the pendant.
Okay. So the pendant is glowing kind of brightly now. A lot brighter than it was before. I would say it's dim light realistically, if we're going off of that, but it is still glowing after you've taken it off of him.
Require identification?
Yes.
I have the ability to cast the Identify spell if you desire.
Okay.
I'm gonna look. to
As soon
Styria.
as the man that just got beaten up mercilessly is bound,
Mhm.
I'm going to be ordering ZERRIS to leave the premises and to take his companion with him.
I will do so after casting Spare the Dying.
I wouldn't worry about that because there was something that I didn't even touch yet.
I would have done it anyway. I'll do it anyway, just for posterity.
All right.
RA-THERIS, we're no longer needed here.
ZERRIS, you have indicated a desire for me to have free will. I understand your plan now. I will not be abandoning this individual.
Very well. And I'll step out of the house.
Who has the pendant?
I do.
Just so I'm checking.
Yep.
You have. Okay. And are you just waiting outside, or?
Yeah, I'm gonna be looking at this thing and if yeah, no, so RA-THERIS indicated that he could identify it. If that's, I'll hand it to RA-THERIS if that's
Okay.
if that's a possibility.
And identify that is. I know it's a
You
ritual
need to
spell.
cast.
I was going to ritual cast it, but first I have to deal with the situation in front of me.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I will tell RA-THERIS that as soon as that man is bound, I will take over the remaining duties. I'm going to need you to keep an eye.
You do not have a
Sir
warrant
ZERRIS.
and do not have the authority to take this man into custody.
No,
As you
but
are
I
a
have
knight of the order.
No, but I have the authority to make sure that he's not dead.
That has already
You
been
bind
achieved.
him. I will take care. You bind him. I will take care of the rest. You need to go look after Sir ZERRIS because he is about to go face judgment by the knights himself.
I am afraid. ZERRIS has ordered me.
I'm afraid. I don't care.
Understood.
I understand what your intentions were. I understand what our mission was. But I can't ignore the laws of our order. Laws that he so brazenly broke.
Increase the size of my
So
familiar to large.
have to do
Please save it.
something.
Understood. Then you should go reprimand ZERRIS.
I'm gonna examine the individual, see what his physical
He is
status is.
inside me.
I'm
Save
going
his
to
mouth.
examine the individual and see what his physical health is looking like, knowing full well he got the fucking soul sucked out of him.
Yeah, no, so he's definitely taken a considerable amount of necrotic damage. And then the final blow being the hit that knocked him unconscious. He's stable. He is stable, but he is unconscious.
There's something I'm gonna want to do, but I need to ask: would it be possible for me to be able to restore some hit points without bringing him back to consciousness?
Spare the dying.
It stabilizes, but it does not bring back to consciousness because they're at 0.
Isn't that what you just asked
Right.
to do? Oh, you want to? You want to restore hit points? My bad.
Yes.
Restore hit points without restoring the consciousness. I
Yes.
don't see why not.
Is there any kind of check I need to make?
Not really. You're just healing wounds at this point.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and recover the arrow that I spent, and I'm going to dump my full pool of lay on hands into this guy.
Okay. What does that bring him to?
He's regaining 24 points of health.
Okay.
After that, I'm going to be stepping outside. I'm going to be looking at ZERRIS with a chilled look on my face. I'm going to have to say, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to come with me. I'm going to have to take you in.
I will hold my wrists out to STIRIA.
I shackles.
Okay.
RA-THERIS, of note, my mace is still on the floor in that room.
Understood. It will be collected.
And I just look at it, like, let's go.
Additionally, I will be dragging this man further into his living quarters.
Ah,
What a
understood.
fucking
So more to the middle.
nightmare.
Yeah,
Yep.
more to the middle. And I'm going to take a page from Stiria's book, except for, I'm going to be harsh about it. He is in a ice coffin.
Oh, Jesus.
My fucker.
Oh, with the shape water. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. He is in an ice coffin.
It will take some time, just to let you know.
I have a giant snake. And in fact, could you increase that thing's size one more time, please? Because you said it was 15 foot high here, so he can maintain his full height.
Oh my god.
Motherfucker, that is not a familiar.
So,
I'm the character it is, but that is not a familiar. That is a demon.
so until the coffin is complete, he will be, well, boa constrictor. Boa constrictor.
So I do have a question. Is this thing, like, as it expands, is it incorporeal in a sense of, like, it's passing through objects, or is it just pushing them out of the way?
So when it goes incorporeal, it's not like it goes where it's always technically incorporeal.
Okay.
It's shifting its relative dimensions in space to be able to move through things. So it's pushing shit out of the way unless it doesn't want to. And I didn't order it to not push shit out of the way.
Okay. That said, So it is going to kind of
That's a
shove.
bed there.
That was a bed there, yeah.
Yeah, that's going to kind of shove that. Yeah, it more or less. That's more just scrunched up against the wall. Some of the other stuff. It appears that there is some kind of a cellar door, though.
My familiar will constrict this individual, and I will seize the ice coffin at his waist.
Okay.
And then I will put the fire on, because I anticipate he would freeze death from hypothermia.
He is a humanoid, so he does have that problem.
Yeah, and then I shall investigate the door. Notably, I will attempt not to actually open the door in case it is trapped, as I am, able to fit through tiny cracks.
Ooh.
I will
Yeah,
attempt to not activate any traps by simply not moving the things that would cause traps.
Gotcha.
If there's some check you want, by all means.
Nope, not necessary. Although I am curious because I know we were talking about your weird anatomy earlier. So as far as how your sight works, but
I have dark vision.
right. I'm more curious about your sense of smell here.
Basically, I have all senses that a normal person has and breathe through my skin, which is also weird.
That
And
is
can
kinda
hold my
weird.
breath up to 1 hour, despite this species being a space-faring species.
Also odd.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
coming
yeah.
down here, your senses are just hit with a very strong rotting smell. But not really like a very strong I don't know. Maybe that's not the best way to put it.
On a
Something's
scale of 1 to 10.
something
10,
is beginning to rot down here.
Okay, 10 was the sulfur pits, and 1 being like, just dead. I'll investigate that.
Recent, but not so much so that it would be just absolutely putrid at this point. But there is a body down here. You can see it's a basement sort of area. There's not really much here. There's a couple of barrels off to the side, and just more just on the ground there. There is a body. It is very thoroughly mauled at this point. Excuse me. But from what you can tell, it's a humanoid female. Probably not very old. But there is something that you do see on the ground next to her. That is a small pendant. And on that pendant is the holy symbol for Odea. The last time this style of pendant was seen was the day before the incident when Todd Bromley purchased it at the market.
There's only one person this could be. Well, found the daughter. With that in mind, I'm going to leave this blasted place. Head up. Then Okay. The snake's got him. I'm going to use the snake's head to just kind of move myself up to the roof area and start pinging ZERRIS like a motherfucker. Just
Which you'll
trying.
be able to
Yep. Just ping.
receive
Yep.
up until
Ping.
the point where I get him inside of the
Yep.
steeple.
Yep.
Right.
Ping, 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 ping.
Now, I will say there is time between the departure from this place and the arrival there that ZERRIS, you would be able to receive these messages.
Ping.
RA-THERIS.
Daughter located. Was in basement. No longer alive.
Congratulations, STIRIA. We got our man. RA-THERIS found the daughter, dead in the basement.
We'll send the guards to apprehend him after I get you arraigned.
Permission to ensure death.
Granted.
What did you grant?
You wouldn't have been able to hear that.
Yeah, that would have been
Oh, fair.
silent.
Sorry. Nix that.
Yep. So, this man is not going to survive. This man will succumb to his injuries before anybody arrives.
See.
I'm just gonna say, out of character, if that happens, that's gonna burn ZERRIS hard.
That's fine.
The body of the child was discovered.
I get that. That was discovered after he got brutalized.
RA-THERIS was the one originally attacking him.
To be discussed later.
I see.
Not a big
To be
deal.
discussed later.
Yeah.
Yep.
So my question here.
It's
for
not
you,
changing my
RA-THERIS.
plan of action, though.
Mm-hmm.
No, my question was for RA-THERIS, and that being as far as how you wanted to go about this.
Well, it's relatively cold out. This is a warm-blooded creature. That fire's out now.
Has been. Yep.
He's ice coffined
Mhm.
thoroughly. And by thoroughly, I mean his lungs got filled with me.
Mm.
And I used the opportunity while I was able to see in there to ensure he had super duper pneumonia.
Oh my god.
So.
Because I filled them with normal water.
Mm-hmm. So as. Oh wow. Okay. So as that light goes out, so does the light on the necklace.
It was so
The
bound.
pendant. The pendant that you were going to cast Identify on. And yeah, it now almost simultaneously, just the light fades out.
Understood. I'm gonna get rid of, or I'm gonna reduce the coffin. Not to complete destruction, but to the point where it would be, I'm holding him, but I don't understand human anatomy.
Gotcha. Well,
And then I'm going to, I assume they're going to send people, and I will take my humanoid form.
Yeah. Soon as I take care of ZERRIS, I will be notifying the knights, instructing them to notify the guards and send them to the location to pick up the individual. Because under my knowledge, it's going to be for questioning.
Yep.
right. But all of that and more, we're gonna have to find out next week, because I think this is a really good spot to wrap up. We're right at the 3-hour mark, or right just shy of it.
Also,
really.
I just want to say, out of character, Ramos, I am so sorry.
No, I was gonna check on you after we cut stream. Sorry, bud.
No, you're good. I didn't
intend for ZERRIS to be this much of a shit.
Nah, don't
I
worry.
mean,
You're doing it in the name of God, right?
I felt bad because it started in character fighting.
And so for everybody watching, because obviously we talk about this.
You're cutting
Yeah,
out
go
real bad,
south.
buddy.
You cut hard.
That was weird. All right, is that better? Looks
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
it's better. For everybody watching it at home, work, school, wherever you are, we obviously talk about a lot of outside of the game. We've been playing them together for a long time, so we know each other. As far as like character versus character things, that's totally fine. In my book, personally, at my games, if they got to duke it out, they got to duke it out. but we do make sure that everybody's good off screen and that there's no player versus player. Character versus character is fine. Player versus player, we shy away from because we don't need to be throwing hands. So all of that will be taken care of and more. And yeah, we're gonna see how that goes. Things went from bad to bad to bad to worse. But
Fucking worse.
so much fucking worse. But I'm sure it'll be fine.
Just like I'm suspecting RA-THERIS is gonna want to try to collect my fucking head for going up against ZERRIS.
Maybe we'll
Pray it
have to
doesn't
see
come
how
to
that
that.
goes. Yeah. Yeah. No. Again, so thanks to everybody really for joining us, tuning in. Did anybody have anything to plug before we roll into outro stuff?
I don't exist.
STIRIA?
Actually, I technically do. I now have an active Twitch account.
Oh.
Twitch.tv/Risky Reds. And I'm going to be having a stream scheduled for Monday and for Friday. The Friday time is to be determined, mostly because of sleep schedule, school, whatnot, that it's going to be difficult to put together.
Yeah.
But Monday at 11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, I'm going to be hopping on for a little bit of Genshin Impact.
Nice.
Mostly just a gaming and chill kind of day for me.
Yeah.
I also have a little bit of a benefit for anyone who also plays that game and decides to stick by and watch the stream. Players who stop by my stream become eligible for Twitch drops. Drops are unlocked by watching the stream for a current amount of time set by the game developer to earn a reward. For my stream, the total potential rewards will include 20,000 Mora, 4 Sanctifying Unctions, 5 Mystic Enhancement Ore, 3 Heroes Wits, and 30 Primo Gems. Any stream time you collect on my stream will count towards the total. So if you happen to go to another stream, you will still be eligible for the rewards of the Twitch drops. This offer will be valid until 06 February 2023.
Okay,
Sweet.
cool. And just for clarity's sake, that's Risky Reds with 2 Ds, correct?
Yes.
For the people who are just listening in.
Yep. I will go ahead and grab my channel
Yeah, I gotta set up shout outs.
link.
Yeah, absolutely. Plug all that.
If it's okay with you, Ramos, I'm going to go ahead and plug my channel in chat.
Awesome.
Threw it in the chat for you as well, buddy.
Awesome. Now, Gilbert, this is not the only place that we do things. Do we do things?
We do things. We do be doing those things. Of course, right here. On Sundays. At 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. For our D&D campaign, Twitch's Wit, again run by our illustrious Dungeon Master David. We found our murderer. It only cost us my freedom.
It won't cost you your freedom. I'm pinning this on STIRIA.
Oh no.
No.
Oh, this next couple episodes going to be spicy.
Yeah, Niam's going to come back and be like, what the fuck did you people do?
I leave for 2 sessions.
I stayed with the kids one day. You were out one day.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I don't know if ZERRIS is going to be corroborating my story or not.
We'll
see.
Of course see next Sunday, 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time for the next episode of Cold Under Twitch's Wit. I'm getting really bad about uploading this stuff. I promise you. This round of classes, the finals is this week. I will do my best. I'm so sorry. Yeah, that's us on Sundays right here. And then we are going to be moving our Monday gaming stream over to Wednesdays. Likely going to stay there to stick with, of a sequence of streams. We'll be going Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Of course, that's new information to you guys. Wednesdays is going to be at 5:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time for our just kind of random gaming stream. We kind of just are playing what we feel like. And that's over right here on twitch.tv/rollingnomads. Thursdays is a new one for you guys. Thursdays is new entirely in the schedule. Thursdays on February 2nd, we'll be beginning our Witcher campaign. We have myself, who's going to be story guiding this or game mastering or whatever the heck you want to call it. And then we've got the fabulous Druid by Night. Actually, I'm going to throw them. I got to set up shout outs really bad. Druid by Night on Twitch, and the Azure Butterfly on Twitch as well. They're going to be joining us for a Witcher campaign. Alongside, you may have seen the player of Majin in our Scion games, and I'm really I forgot.
Majin, Ghost.
Thank you.
Who else? He was.
AKA
was
Edge
dope.
the Nomad in the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was Julian Clay. He
Julian
was.
Clay.
A man of many talents.
Yeah.
Well, who's his
I forgot his most recent one. That's what
Spock guy.
fucked me up.
Who's his Spock guy?
Either way, we'll have Edge the Nomad, Druid by Night, and the Azure Butterfly joining us on February 2nd for the beginning of our Witcher campaign. That's going to be at 3:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, right here on twitch.tv/rollingnomads. Of course, on Fridays, we have now begun our interim game. Between Book of Saints Season 1 and 2, we have begun our Hunter Chronicle, Hunter Akeldama. The hunters have made their way to Mexico City and are seeing just how bad it is in this hellhole of a town. And they're going to figure out why. They're going to get to the bottom of it, and they're going to expel the darkness from Mexico City. Or die trying. And that's at 5:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, again, right here on twitch.tv/rollingnomads. Nope, we got one more. Sunday before D&D, we have our Scion Chronicle, Scion Godsend. That's over on twitch.tv/the Onyx Path for our Scion Chronicle. We're in Season 2. They just destroyed the town of Innsmouth. Whoopsie.
No, we didn't. Don't put that on us. Dagon wanted it gone.
Dagon specifically destroyed it.
Okay, fair enough.
Don't put that on us.
We may have helped, but
No, we didn't
do the
even
thing.
help. We didn't even help. We just asked some questions.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it was really like kind of we just put an appointment reminder, like, hey, can you?
Yeah, you got to destroy this town because you don't like it anymore. Remember, guy?
If anything, it was more, can we leave before you do?
Yeah, that's what we did. We asked for an extension. We got a whole minute and a half to run. He was so kind.
Very generous.
While you guys are berating me for my mistakes in nomenclature, I was able to get Druid by Night and Azure Butterflies stuff in the chat. I'll set up shoutouts
Awesome.
at a later date. But yeah, that's over on twitch.tv/the Onyx Path every Sunday at 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. It's a good time. We're on Season 2. They just made it to Circe's Island. You know, the lady from the Greek mythology that turns people into pigs? Yeah, her. That's our stream schedule, but of course you might not have caught all that, or you might not remember it. Where do you find this stuff? When we're going live? When cancellations? Any early starts? New programming? You can find this over on Twitter at _RollingNomads and Hive Social at Rolling Nomads, where we post all of our stuff up. All those updates that you might have missed, that you might not be, writing down in your notepad or your iPad or your laptop or whatever you kids have nowadays.
Just remembering because you don't have shit memory.
Yeah, that. Some people can remember things. Isn't that fucking crazy?
Yeah, I know.
I wonder what that's like.
It's more of a burden than you think.
Edge is throwing out what about me? He wants a shout out. I'll take care of that. Edge is overdue to start his streams up again as well. So if I put this in the chat and I don't see a stream soon, I'm gonna cry.
You need to see it. Gotta see it.
That's us in a handbasket. Of course, I want to plug another friend of ours, Lecco. He plays Gideon Danger. He's this Gideon Danger himself is this giant, monstrous, muscle-bound titan. Not too far from Alex himself. Alex is very muscular, and he's helping you and me get more muscular as well with his nutrition stuff. He's a certified. Damn it! I've already forgotten the words. Is nutrition specialist and nutritionist and fitness coach. Fuck! I'm so sorry, Alex.
He's a lot of things, and
he's a.
Bottom line, he's helping people out with their New Year's resolutions and helping people out losing weight, keeping on track for their fitness and their health. And you can head to teamlecco.com to schedule personalized appointments and personalized plans going forward. I'm personally one of those people that that falls on and off the wagon of working out and staying healthy. This one with Alex, with Lecco, it just might stick, and he's been really helpful, and it's all personalized, and it's really fucking cool and really great. It doesn't feel restrictive at all. It's really, really great. So I'll throw that in the chat as well. But that's us in a handbasket. I have nothing else. We're going to go ahead, if you guys will stick around, we're going to go ahead and raid Dork Tales. They are live playing some Dungeons & Dragons. Looks like Strixhaven stuff. So that's
nice.
Magic School.
Yeah. I
Awesome.
want to play Harry Potter and D&D, but it's also Magic the
Am I
Gathering.
a joke to you?
Yes. Yes, you are.
Yee. Slash S.
Yep. So yeah, that is us. As Gilbert said, honestly, Gilbert, you're probably going to be doing that pretty much every time because you just crush it every time.
One of these days, I'm
And-
just going to have a fucking picture of our schedule up one day. Like
Just
a
a
nice
list?
little... Yeah, because Azure puts up a nice, PNG.
You know what you should do? You
There's-
know what you should do?
Hey, let's talk about
You
this
should-
after we're off. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can talk about that after
Sorry.
we're off.
Yeah.
Better things coming for the roll
Come on.
in the future. But yeah,
Stick around
no,
for the raid.
yep, stick around for the raid. Thank you for tuning in. We're gonna see you guys next week. Again, like I said at the beginning of the stream, this today marked the longest running campaign I've run. I want to see how far this baby can go. Get as many miles out of this bitch as I can.
Yeah, we're going to go a whole 12 sessions.
Hey, you know what? That would still be my personal best, so I'd be happy with that. Hopefully you guys live longer than
If we make it to 16, it will go double its normal length.
hey, I'd be happy with that. Yeah, no, with all of that fun stuff out of the way, we'll see you guys next week. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and thanks for tuning in.